Smith lived in India for 6 years. Mr. and Mrs. Smith lived in India for 6 years. Bill took some interesting pictures on his trip to Italy last spring. Bill took some interesting pictures on his trip to Italy last spring. The winter wind will bring a big chill. The winter wind will bring a big chill. Do you think that this swimmer has the ability to win? Do you think that this swimmer has the ability to win? Remember one more important thing. The main difference between these two vowels isn't that one vowel is long and one vowel is short. The main difference is that one vowel is tense and one vowel is neutral or relaxed, because even a tense vowel can sometimes be prolonged if the word is stressed. For example, wow, your house is big. So you see, a lot of people wrongly assume that that's the only difference, long and short. Remember, tense and relaxed. Let's compare two more vowels that can be confusing to people. One of them is tense and one of them is neutral. This one is ah and this one is This is the tense one. The reason this can be a problem for a lot of people is sometimes this vowel is actually spelled with the letter O. So for example, the word hot, H-O-T, we don't say hot, we say hot. It's pronounced exactly as the ah in the words father or army or watch. So the O and the A both have the same sound very frequently, which is ah. To create the ah sound, open your mouth wide and keep your tongue at the bottom of your mouth and let the tip of your tongue touch your bottom teeth, like this. Ah, ah. And this vowel is usually longer than most people who are non-native speakers tend to make it. So don't say stop, say stop, stop. That's impossible. Particularly if it's a verb or a noun, we prolong the ah in the stressed syllable. That's impossible. I love my new job. So let's take a look at the neutral sound, My lips are neutral, They're not doing very much. And my tongue is also neutral in the back, Everything is relaxed. There's hardly any movement in my face, It's almost like if you punch yourself in the stomach, It's just this tiny little noise, very short little Repeat, ah, This sound is commonly spelled with the letter U, as in the words like up, fun, but, number. But also, sometimes this sound is spelled with OU, as in words like cousin, my cousin. We don't say my cousin, we say my cousin, or country. And once in a while, this sound is also spelled with the letter O, as in words like love. We don't say love, we say love. Or son, my son. Or other. We don't say other, we say other. Or done, done, D-O-N-E, I'm done. Let's practice a few words now with ah and Repeat after me. Shot, shut. Don, done. Lock, luck. Cop, cup. Not, nut. robber, rubber. All right, let's practice some sentences now that contain the ah sound. Many of these words are going to be spelled with the letter O. Make sure that you don't say O. It's not Robert, it's Robert. It's not McDonald, it's McDonald. All right, let's practice. Repeat after me. The modern novel is very popular. The modern novel is very popular. Tom will watch hockey with his father. Tom will watch hockey with his father. John will probably study biology in college. John will probably study biology in college. I will not bother to respond to Tom's offer. I will not bother to respond to Tom's offer. If you gossip about your boss, you might lose your job. If you gossip about your boss, you might lose your job. Okay, now let's practice some sentences with the sound. We must discuss this with the other judge. We must discuss this with the other judge. My buddy Doug is a wonderful drummer. My buddy Doug is a wonderful drummer. On Mondays, he plays the drums in that club. On Mondays, he plays the drums in that club. On Sunday, I had duck for lunch with my cousin. On Sunday, I had duck for lunch with my cousin. He doesn't study much, and he loves to have fun. He doesn't study much, and he loves to have fun. If you're not sure whether the sound is ah or you might have to look in your dictionary and look at these symbols because, as you can see, sometimes the spelling can be confusing. Let's take a look at two more vowels that are commonly confused because one is tense and one is neutral. It's the oo and the For the oo sound, the lips are rounded. Oo, oo. And for the neutral sound, the lips are very slightly rounded. The common spelling patterns for the oo are double O, as in food and moon, and a U plus E, as in blue and true. And for the we also have a double O, as in words like look, took, shook, and OULD, as in would, could, should. So don't say I would like, say I would like. Don't say look at the good book, say look at the good book. And the letter U, as in words like push and pull. Let's practice the two sounds now. Repeat after me. Fool, full. Luke, look. Pool, pull. And now let's practice some sentences. First, let's practice the words that have the oo sound in them. The report was due on Tuesday at noon. The report was due on Tuesday at noon. He knew the value of those two suits. He knew the value of those 2 suits. The crew uses a lot of new tools. The crew uses a lot of new tools. In the future, there will be new school rules. In the future, there will be new school rules. Susan wore her new shoes to school. Susan wore her new shoes to school. And now let's practice sentences with the sound. The woman in the wool pullover is good looking. The woman in the wool pullover is good looking. It would be good if you could help me. It would be good if you could help me. You should walk in the woods. You should walk in the woods. He took a good look under the hood. He took a good look under the hood. He spent his childhood playing football. He spent his childhood playing football. Again, if you're not sure if the sound is oo or you might have to look in your dictionary because both of these sounds are very frequently spelled with a double O. The next sound we're going to look at is the sound. Repeat after me. So your lips are open and your tongue is down and your tongue is tense. In British English, this sound very frequently sounds like ah. So British people say class, Americans say class. British speakers say moth, Americans say math, math class. So your mouth is open and your tongue is down. The common spelling pattern for this word is the letter A. So let's practice some words. Apple, angry, man, fat, dance, Los Angeles, class, dance class, Los Angeles, California, random, answer, random answer. So as you can see, it's kind of a big vowel, especially if it's a noun or a verb. Make sure the sound is really prolonged. I can't stand it. I can't stand that class. Let's practice some sentences now. Last January, Adam traveled to Los Angeles, California. Last January, Adam traveled to Los Angeles, California. Jack lacks cash because of a bad gambling habit. Jack lacks cash because of a bad gambling habit. Frank is angry and he demands a fast answer. Frank is angry and he demands a fast answer. I bought my black jacket on my last trip to France. I bought my black jacket on my last trip to France. My family understands that I can't handle that matter. My family understands that I can't handle that matter. So don't say ah and don't